Everybody, and welcome to Mystics MMOs. I'm your host, Mr. Craven. Alright guys, so I'm finally back. I'm going to do my witching hour thing because I only need 10 more points and I can get my boo for my DPS. But this brings up an important question, or an important point I should say. Sometimes we got real life stuff going on, right? I mean, it happens. It's just life. It's just the way it goes. And you got to pace yourself. And you got to, like, when you log into anything, if you're anything like me, let's put it this way. If you're anything like me and you play MMOs, you're an altaholic, meaning you have multiple tunes. And that can sometimes be overwhelming because you have so many things to do. So I always tell people, keep to an agenda. That's the best way to manage progression with your alts. You know, don't get overwhelmed. Keep a realistic, perspective of what you're trying to accomplish with what tune, and in which order you can do them. If you try to take too much on, then you're not going to get anything productive out of it. So, like for example, I know I have about an hour and a half, 2 hours. So I want to try to get as much done on this with the event, the Halloween event, as well as the Titan event. And that's what I'm trying to accomplish. Now, throughout that process, if I can also further my CR advancement, that would be a plus. But I'm not anticipate doing it. Why? Because I've got other things on my plate. These ones suck. I'm going to use that pumpkin to my advantage, hopefully. Okay. I love these notifications that they're finally they're putting together. You know, I really like the notifications in the game. Makes it feel a little bit more like, okay, there's something going on. I should be a part of that. It's what this game needs. Needs a little bit more, though, in my opinion, but it's a good start. Hopefully get a little bit more dynamic events going on and make it a little bit more impactful, and then that'll be a nice reflection of what players can get themselves involved in. Saying, we know we got PvP notifications coming up, but I would really like to see, like, players are, trying to, deal with Bizarro at this location. So as soon as, like, somebody engages in a world boss, people get notification, they go to in that direction. It'd be a really good situation for the game and its community. And then because the key points of interest would be more relevant on the map and how players could position themselves. So really good shit. Okay, I'm gonna pick up my boo while I'm here. After this, I do have a tank build, but
what was once a masquerade of darkness is now shrouded in genuine evil. To break the spell, I will conjure crystals that can sever our foe's connection to the dark veil. You'll need to place them in a pentacle as they become ready.
Got that nice slim line with the Phoenix material on here. It's really nice.
Are you enjoying the party? That's right. We'll teach the rude people of Gotham not to make fun of us on Halloween. I am not an emo pilgrim. I'm a witch boy.
Clary, you've lost control of your little prank. It's not too late to put things
Raven
right.
is a kindred spirit. Surely she won't mind lending her powers to me.
Should be doing his little box thing. Solo, what's up, brother? Hope you're doing well. Just trying to get this event, trying to get my boo. I don't know which boo I'm gonna get though. Okay. Not dealing any damage, but
What? Those spells went up to my standards, maybe.
now I am.
It's powers of Shazam.
I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking. It's going pretty good. Had the grandkids for a little bit, so I spent a little time with them today. I will tomorrow as well. I'm babysitting my grandkids for the weekend, helping my daughter out. Plus, you know, it's a good thing that they spend a little time with Grandpa, right?
Without the powers of Tara, Mistress of Hell.
Maybe we can lend you a hand. The Sentinels of Magic have conjured up a charm that will banish those masked apparitions. I'm teleporting the magical
Trying to get this
when it's full,
events out of the way. So a lot of events are playing on a lot of games, and well, and I've been playing DC a little bit. I'm going to stick around for the new update DLC. It's really nice. I'm enjoying it. It's really, I was on PTS, got to cover that content thanks to Daybreak Game developers for the DC team. It was really an honor and a pleasure. I'm really excited about it. A couple minor things, but I'm sorry for what I did on my other account. By any chance, can you unban my main YouTube? Depends. Which was your character? What was your tube? I could check into it. That sounds nice. Never knew how old you were. I'm very old. I'm very old, unfortunately. I feel old. I feel it. Yeah. What was your thing? I mean, I usually don't hold grudges. Most people tell you that, who know me. Most people who had shit with me in the past would be like, yeah, you know, we've settled our indifferences, and that's all good. You gotta have a little confrontation. I just, you know. So what was your? Which one was your account? Come on. Get these ads down. The solo American? Okay. I'm gonna take a look at it. Give me a few minutes. I don't know how much I did there.
Your poor choices forced the Lords of Order to act. Countless innocents
All right, so
were
let me take a look. Let me look you up here. 1 second. I think this is it. And there you go. You're unblocked. Just don't troll me and we'll be fine. Just don't troll me. As long as you don't troll me, everything's good. So my currency, we got that 100 nice spooky bites. We're going to get that boo because I like to stack the might when I'm popping my big stuff. Get it done. Let's go. I already had the bats or on another tune. There's the boos. Which boo do we go with? Which boo do we go with? We'll go with baby. We'll go with the baby boo on this dude. They all have the same buff. Same stats. So nothing changes. Max item for it is 66. I wish they'd scale that. I wish boo would scale every so often. It would help. It would help if boo would scale. Scale my boo, please. Let's see how much. Marks of victory 15. At this rate, my healer's getting a lot higher. Alright. Now we got to go to Titan Island. Got to pick up these dailies. Get this out of the way. Yippity skippity. We're cool? Yeah, we're cool. I like I said, I don't hold grudges. Don Wazzy would tell you that, and a bunch of them would tell you. You know, Mystic's not a bad dude. I try not to be. I can be a dick. And I am a dick. I admit that. Okay. Where in the heck is everybody just running around in the raids? Yeah, I was only messing with you on ESO. I didn't actually expect you to ban me. Yeah. Well, if people troll me, that's when I usually do the bans. It's when I ban people. Because I get trolled a lot. I mean, I've had to deal with a lot of stuff from Elder Scrolls. And patience is something I'll give you a little bit, but after a while, I'm just like, it's just best not to deal with it. But, you know, I mean, like, I'm taking a break from ESO anyways at the moment. A lot of crazy stuff going on with Elder Scrolls, and it's not positive. PvE is fine. PvP, oh man, a lot of crazy shit going on, man. God, I'm a little scared actually. And the more and more I got involved in it, the more I was like, I should have just stayed casual. I should have stayed like 5-6 hours a week. I shouldn't have put as much time in the PvP that I did. Excuse me. Parched.
Even the warlords of Okara. Oh, excuse me. My new recruits have arrived.
Everything's good up in this clip up until this flight.
Oh, hi. New recruits, huh? Welcome. Feel free to take the training simulator for a spin.
God, I love that material on my tune. Yeah, I dealt with trolling on my live streams as well, right? And people do. I mean, you'll have it. Little drama's good because it makes it somewhat entertaining for like the audience and viewers, but then excessive trolling gets just out of hand. All right. Shit. I hate when I do that. See, I messed that whole thing up.
I see you're looking for a challenge.
can tell I don't play this dude as often.
You're so dead.
Just get the barrel, dude. Where's the barrel? Just get the barrel.
Leroy Jenkins?
The Insults and Obscura are legendary warriors. They make strong opponents for casting spells on foreigners.
Bring it, pal.
There we go. Yeah, I remember going to and asking if I could duel you, and like on ESO was only teabagging you to get your attention. Yeah, that'll get you banned. I don't teabag. I do not teabag. Even if I win a fight, I never teabag unless somebody's teabagged me, and I think it's the most stupidest gesture ever. I mean, I know you can crouch up and down, but do you really want somebody's... Do you want somebody's balls in your face? I mean, really? Graham, what's up? Pity no ESO. Enjoy the DC thing. See you, Mystic. Thank you, Graham. I appreciate it.
Enough with this child's play, alien girl.
Yep, I'm not doing the ESO thing this weekend. I'll probably try to get on next week, just to cover some of the things that's going to be coming out, and I'll be on for Murkmire the day after the launch for sure for the PvP, explain what's going on and things like that. But overall, Elder Scrolls it's one of my favorite games. It really is. But at the end of the day, and I felt like I paid my dues to the ESO community with very little appreciation. Because when I first started, everybody was saying crazy stuff like BIS and a non-linear game and ignoring fundamentals, and and I came along and I set a mission out, and it worked. So at the end of the day, I felt like I got to do what I was out there to do. Sure, it wasn't the nicest way to do it. I'm not saying it was, but I had to do what I had to do, what I felt was the necessity for the health of the game. And if that meant I had to be the bad guy, so be it. But at the end of the day, it wasn't the other content creators who initiated it. It was me. So except Zai was on playing, doing the good fight too, and he's always my brother for that, because we went against everybody. And I got to meet a lot of really cool content creators and players and community members out of the whole experience, and I'm forever grateful for that. And I'm hoping to go back sometime in the future. Yeah, I'll take the weapon box.
If you were worthy to be on my team.
But yeah, you definitely want to try to get in what you can with the limited amount of time that you have to spare. A lot of people are like, how do you get so much done? I skip fluff. I skip as much crap as that I don't need to do as much as possible. Try to get directly to the meat and potatoes. And if I have time, then I go and enjoy the other parts of the content that I missed out on. But a lot of time I don't have a lot of... Most of the time I don't have a lot of time because I have all these alts. I'm an altaholic. I have a ton of alts, a lot of things to do.
You're between a rock and a hard
Still burning.
I'm gonna. You're so dead. Why do they keep making me fight Fred?
Not too bad.
Bring it, pal.
Loading opponent. Threat level 9,000.
Use caution. The simulator is loading on level 9,000 threats. Bye, Saul.
Bye, Saul.
No, not him. Beware. The simulator summons the demon Trigon, Raiden's father.
I have family issues.
Go. I need a bit of precision is what I should have done. Well, I'm gonna head off. One of those pair of headphones an ESO group wants me to take care of them. Good luck on your stream. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. You have a good day, too. Okay, not bad. Let's find out.
Titans, we have a problem. Something's wrong.
Not too shabby.
Our security and defense protocols are going haywire. I need eyes on the ground out there, ASAP. You heard the man. Titans together.
Not too shabby. Not too shabba. Shabba. Okay. Let's get this party rolling. Explore Titan Island. Exactly what I wanted to see. Don't know how much Titan credits I have. Not very much. Now we can queue these two up. The events. Go check out the island.
Titan's Tower was built by yours truly and is one of my greatest accomplishments. Thanks to hundreds of requests from Beast Boy, the tower is equipped with state-of-the-art video game systems, fully stocked ships.
Welcome to Fantasy... Oh, I mean Titan's Island. This totally tubular waterfront dock is where the T-Barge resides. It's our main mode of transport to the mainland and is way radical.
Raven may be quiet, but fights a daily battle to resist her demonic heritage. I'm a tech guy, so fixing things blows off steam for me. Raven, on the other hand, set up this serene...
There we go.
Amanda Waller here. This is now a task force expert.
Dang it, I don't want to tank.
Working with members of the Suicide Squad until the task is complete. I assure you, they will be on their best behavior.
Fuck it. Do we have a healer? Any healers? I'm not going to tank if there is not a healer. There's no way in hell. Screw it.
Goods must be in this season.
Don't hurt him. That's Jericho in there.
Jack, what's up? Well, if you can't play music, at least you can still sing. Ha 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 ha. I was gonna tank, but we don't have a healer.
Joseph? Damn you, Titans. First you murder Grant, and now you turn Joseph against me?
More Hive troops incoming. Watch your sixes.
Do you know when Atlantis will be out? November 8th. November 8th, Atlantis will be out. I gave my opinions on the forums, on the PC test forums. November 8th. 8th of November. Damn it. And there I go. I die. I died. Very early during the month, a lot of time. Yeah, absolutely. I really enjoy it. I'm looking forward to it. Couple of things I noted, you know, on the forum page, that, you know, for example, the same quest, such a beautiful zone and limited things to do within the zone. There's like 4 quests. And to me, that was like disappointing. I was really disappointed that I should have taken that base in league halls is what I should have done. That there was such limitation to such a beautiful zone. And I was just like, I would have liked to see chain quests, the building spread out a little bit more, just to give an ambience of the, like, a bigger portion of the city. Because it's so beautiful. And the mechanics of the swimming, everything just sets off so nice. And it's just, it feels so contained though. And it's so depressing to see that after such beautiful work has been already illustrated. And it's just like, wow, man. I mean, wow. I mean, just to put it in this little aspect of what you guys have done sort of sucks. But it's still beautiful. Don't get me wrong. But I really, really wish they would have taken advantage of this in such a way. Because it's just beautiful. It's amazing. It's simply amazing. And to see that limiting aspect to that environment is just depressing at the same time. To see something so fucking cool, and you have 4 associated quests. Did you tell them the fact of no marine creatures and monsters? No, I just kept it simple. Like some of the more prominent aspects to what's missing, not in just that DLC, but in general. What's missing from each zone. Because I think it's an underlining issue with the product. I'm like, great, I hit a CR. Now I can go over there and I can do dailies. 2 dailies and 2 weeklies. 4 total quests that repeat themselves throughout every zone for currency. Where all the main story arc is fixated on the alert and our raids. And it's sad because this game has some of the best content, some of the best damn content out of MMOs, and it's restricting. And I'm like, this sucks, you know? And you're just like, you're wanting to cry. It's just enough to make you want to shed tears. And I'm just like, how do you do it? How did you end up? Why? I would have chained those quests together. I would have given them. I would have been like, you go over to this district to do this quest. You go over to this district to do that quest. And then when you get there, then you can unlock your dailies. You know, to earn your currency. Hell, bump up the price of the gear and give them a couple dailies. Make the furniture rewards off of certain quest lines. Tons of different things you could do and get some interior going on where I can explore some of the buildings. I'm like, it's beautiful, and I have nothing to frigging do in the zone. Nothing. It's like, wow! I wanted to cry. I wanted to just bawl. How beautiful it was, and as limiting as it is. I'm like, it's fucking amazing. And I have nothing to do here. My God. Like, I'll be honest, with Zoss came out with Morrowind, shit. I was eating that motherfucker up left and right. Man, I was hanging out in Vardenfeld. I was going and harvesting in Vardenfeld. I was questing in Vardenfeld. I was doing delves in Vardenfeld just to kick it. Because it was amazing. It took me back to my childhood. It took me back to Morrowind. And to this day, I could still go back in Elder Scrolls and experience the land that brought me to the game. And I'm like, and now you have this amazing underwater city, or part of a city, that I'm restricted in. I have nothing to go see, except run around and check out statues. Or repeat 2 daily quests and 2 weeklies. And that was just sad. I never wanted to cry so much in my life. Because it's beautiful. It's fucking stunning. I mean, how they just chose to ignore it was amazing. I mean, I don't think they ignored it. I think they just got used to, like, oh yeah, let's put our quest in here in this zone that people are accustomed to. And I'm like, no, come on now, come on, meow. I still give it an 8.5, but
Joseph, don't.
base and league halls.
I did what I had to do for honor. One day
We'll take it. One day you'll understand.
Jericho?
It's me. Let's go save your friends.
Just amazing. I was like, no. Oh. Okay, I'm getting tired. Debuff the flippin' healers. People keep dying. Ain't my fault. How are all that DPS? They're still having problems. I gotta check it out. These raids are sometimes really tedious to play. Right.
It's me,
They are. It fatigues me quite a bit when I'm just tapping on the buttons when it takes so long to defeat one boss. Well, yeah, not bad. Look at this. The higher levels are only beating me. One's beating me by almost a mil, but they're like way higher, probably in CR. I'm only CR 60 on this tune. And I'm pulling over 4.85 mil at CR 60.
I'm done holding back. You're dead. Good thing I brought reinforcements.
There's that Phoenix material.
Slade? What the hell are you doing with them? We had a deal. We were a team. Partners.
Did you think I would partner with a weak little girl who cries for her daddy? Ugh.
No one wants you, Terra. Not the Titans, not Slade, not even your parents.
Shut up! He said I was his princess. He said.
I was gonna tank this, but we had no healer. They're like, we don't need a healer. I'm okay. That's fine with me.
Follow my lead. Does poor little Terra want her daddy?
Think you're tied up, yeah? Time through the years, precious family won't be able to set a fight fire.
We've succeeded in angering her, but further continuity is necessary. The more angry she gets, the more power she expends. I'll bury you all. She's leveraging the environment to her advantage. Evasive action. Lava below us.
What would be a great damage for a tank after a raid in for a tank after a raid in your opinion? Like what, like damage type? Do you mean? They all play it all. That's a preference thing as far as damage, like class wise. I mean, that's more playstyle issue. What you prefer, but there are more optimal ways of getting better results. Like right now, I'm on fire, and I know I have a lot, and I mean a lot of dots. So I don't want to build like a might build, and I don't want to overextend into precision. I want to kind of go with both to maximize the output of my damage potential. Yo, Real, what's up, brother? Was hoping you were getting on. I'm doing stuff on my other hero, so if you want to group up, I'm definitely in, brother. No, like would you tank doing 5 mil be considered good? Damage wise, well, gear is only going to be is whatever. I mean, it is good. I don't deal damage. I'll be honest with you. I don't try to deal damage as a tank. If I can deal damage, cool. Same thing with healer. I never put any damaging effects on my healer. I stay dedicated. My main job as my tank is to be able to heal myself, sustain as much as I can, but I mind you, I'll need healers. So sustaining and taking damage. So the more damage I look on my score sheet, the better off I am. I know that. So that's what I push for. Bullshit. Gotta have to die for a healer. So I never try to deal damage as a tank. So if you want to, that's fine. That's up to you. I don't. That's not how I play MMOs. I mean, it's just not how I do it. If I'm a tank, then I tank. If I'm a DPS, I DPS. If I'm a healer, I heal. That's what I do. I don't try to because if I try to deal damage as a tank, that means I'm putting in a skill that or things that would help me better off as a tank, I guess you'd say.
Her anger seeking power. She's pulling magma from the foundry. She won't be able to maintain this power level much longer.
Think you're hot stuff, do ya?
Give me this.
Bury you all.
Do not want this to get broken.
Evasive actions. The floor is lava.
Ah, fuck. That's what I was hoping wasn't gonna happen. Sheep. Okay, sounds good, brother. So it's right there too. Give me that. God dang. The devs should really update and improve the design of the Watchtower to include a dining area like the ones in Justice League Unlimited show. This sucks. So we have the option and freedom to hang out with our friends while eating. Yeah, like, honestly, like, usable furniture? Absolutely. Absolutely. League halls. I would love to see more function in league halls. Man, these mother...
I'll bury you all. Avoid the rock wall. The door inside is deadly. Avoid the lava flows.
There we go.
It's over, Terra.
I'll take a trinket.
You need help. There is no dishonor in it. Let the Titans help you.
Over? This isn't over. This doesn't end until I see you, Slade, and all the Titans in hell.
Okay, take out container. They keep focused on creating new content instead of improving the overall game. We need things that can stimulate our magic. Absolutely. Absolutely. They need, and that's the thing. It's like, I have no problem with, I have no problem in the content they provide. Absolutely not. I have
absolutely. Save the Titans. Jericho and I will attempt to rescue them.
I have absolutely no problem with the content they provide. Not one of my issues. What I do have a problem with is it gets tedious. It becomes monotonous. And it's like they have good zones, good storylines, good arcs, and they don't apply it to the open world. Okay. You can throw me an invite anytime there, Real. I'm on Mystic Space Flame. I don't know if I have you on my friends list on here. It's kind of weird how friends list works in this game. Yeah, I don't have it. It's like every character has their own friends list. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, but it's Mystic Space Flame. M-I-S-T-I-C-K. Space Flame.
This workshop is where I keep additional tools, parts, and a few secret projects I'm working on. This workshop feeds the depots around.
I still have to do the 4-man, and I still have to do the other event, the machine.
Titans are my roots. I was a founding member of the original Teen Titans. Oh, sorry, the Junior Justice League. It's incredible how many years of my life I've spent as a Titan.
I took on Grant's contract with Hive to preserve his honor.
Hold on, there was another one here.
Of honor, of doing the job and seeing it through to completion no matter what the cost. I built my reputation on it.
That's the only thing I want. I want to feel like I'm on Titan Island, right? Which is probably one of the coolest things ever, as Beast Boy would say. It's the coolest thing ever. It's so mondo rad, dude. And yet, I don't feel like the atmosphere is reflective of what I'm supposed to be experiencing. It's like, great, Titan Island's been invaded. First, you come into the island, there's a giant welcome sign, and you're like, yay, cool, graduation day. And I get the storyline, the Judas contract, I get all that. But it's like, okay, why am I not being a part of the story? Like, why can't I be a part of the entire story? Like, I'm one of the Titans. Imagine I come in. There's a quest line that leads me inside the Titan Tower. This is a solo content. There's so many different ways they could have went with this. And the raids are good. The simulation's good. The friggin' the 4-man is good. It's fucking great. But the open world content here, like, you could have made me believe I was a Titan. Like, or I was a villain infiltrating the Titan's lair. It's like, you messed up a perfect opportunity. Like, I'm on Titan Island. There's this backstory to it all. But I don't feel it. I absolutely do not feel it whatso flipping ever. I don't. I just don't. I don't feel it. I don't have this crazy feeling like, wow, you're trying to become a Titan. You're either part of the Judas contract or, I mean, what? Terra's here. Cool. You have all the Titans here. Awesome. The reboot 52's here. But why ain't I feeling like I'm a part of it? It's the failed aspect to the open world concept. It's beautiful. The island's beautiful. But I don't get to enter the tower. I don't get to do any quests to interact with the Titans, which is the biggest element. The biggest element get passed over. The content in the raids are good. The content in the alerts are awesome. The atmosphere of what they did here is spectacular. But you need to make me feel like I'm a part of the story. Sell me the pen. Sell me the pen. Oh shit, I'm in PvP land. No, get out of here. They're going to PvP with me. I forgot the phase shift. There's PvPers afoot. I just don't feel it. One sec, I gotta get another drink. Real, make sure you throw me that invite. Because I'm on my other tune. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I had to get a drink. You were there, Real? I hope Real's still here. Maybe they don't have the technology to do that. Nah, it's not it. Technology to do quest lines and quest lines is easy in comparison to what they do typically. What they do typically is way harder. Way harder. By all accounts, what they typically do is way harder. Okay. Yeah, they put in a lot more work than even in raid content is a lot more difficult than adding quest lines and how to interact the character. That's not an issue. Make you feel part of the story when you hit a zone. Yeah, throw me an invite, brother. Mystic Flame. Here, I'll type it in chat. There you go. I got to do the 4-man. I still have to do the other event on this tune. And I got to work on this dude's progression. I don't even know if I can get any of these yet. This is a DPS dude, so... Yup. So we're going to take that nice, lovely chest. Usually the legs. Right. Yep. Okay. We'll do those purple gloves first. Kind of low, but sure. We'll get there. Yeah, that's the ticket. So we'll take the tank. All right. Now we want to get, one day I will play with you and show you how I tank a DPS hybrid. Sounds good. I just don't do it. It's not my play style. But if it's your play style, by all means, man. I always tell people, play the way you want to. That's not how I play. If I'm tanking, I'm tanking. If I'm DPSing, I'm DPSing. You know, that's how I typically play everything. Like healer, I always stay dedicated in healer. It's more efficient. I never DPS. If I try to put a DPS ability, I'm missing a hot typically, or I'm missing a very important heal or something. Troller, if I put a DPS, something crazy in there without my debuffs, and I need to debuff something, it can go to shit real quick, man. So I try not to dabble. I try to make each build more as efficient as possible is what I'm trying to accomplish or what I'm trying to do, you know. But I'm not ragging on anybody specifically or anybody in saying, oh, you know, well, that sucks. No, I'm not saying that. Like I said, I mean, if you can efficiently do it, so be it. Like off tanks. Off tanks really do run like hybrid builds. Main tanks in most games are strictly defensive, you know, most of the time. One of the reasons I left World of Warcraft because shit just kept changing from each friggin' upgrade to upgrade. I do Superman shit in the game Mystics. Yeah, I know you do. You like your theme, and that's cool. That's cool. So long as you're having fun. So long as you're having fun, brother. That's the most important element. Having fun. You have to see it? Yeah, definitely. One day I will definitely have to take a look, man. That would be awesome. You give me an invite here, Real? So we got a couple upgrades. I'm more than happy with it. Do you know if the devs are creating any new powers? Not as of yet. Not yet. Okay. See. Got a couple tank pieces. Nothing crazy as of yet. I'm building up my tank on this tune a little slow. Little slow. I pulled off some real bullshit in this game. I imagine. There we go. Another thing I like to do. Kryptonite tank should be the next in my opinion, but that's just me. They usually stay to elemental, but they do have hard light and stuff. I would like to see a couple of maybe, you know, iconic, you know, things done. That would be kind of cool. I agree. But Gadgets is inspired by Batman, for example. Yo, Rio, you get me that invite, brother? Oh, wait, I haven't collected that yet. Trying to throw in stuff I'm not going to be needing anytime soon. All right, looks good. Could throw that one in there. All right, collect that. Let's throw this up here. Could put the candy in the other thing too. I might do that in a minute. No, I definitely feel like, you know, put out some more stuff. That's always good. It's always good. Content's good. Content in the game's good. I agree with Jack. They need to put stuff to kind of inspire us. Playing Warface. I'm about hop on though. Okay. Warframe is what you're playing, you mean? Alright. Still building this tune up. This tune's got a long way to go. Well, I'm going to queue up some stuff really quick here. Got a lot to do. I'll save the 4-man for when you get in. Alright. I got a phase shift. So I got to go to the watchtower and phase out of the PvP thing. Trying to remember where the phase shifter is. Excuse me. Where in the hell is my phase shifter? Damn it. I know it's underneath. I think it's on the bottom, man. Watchtower is so big, much bigger than the Hall of Doom. A lot bigger. Like I'm talking massive. This place is flipping huge. What's up, John? Aha! There it is. If you had to base powers on tunes, wouldn't Superman be a tank and Batman be a troll and Wonder Woman a DPS? Yeah, I would say. Whereas Black Manta and King Shark as bounties in Atlantis. Right, that's... Yeah. I mean, you would think like King Shark looks like Hammerhead in my opinion. I mean, just my opinion, but hey. Goofy, what's up? Hello, welcome to the stream. Hope I don't bore you too much. I still have to do that one weekly, so I'm going to go back to Titan Island. Trying to get the events out of the way. Just got my boo. 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 There it is. There's the machine. Doesn't the Hall of Doom have a bayou in the middle of the hall? Bayou? I've never paid attention. I mean, the way it is, like, there's like, when you go in the center, there's like a big, like, structure towards the middle of it. Looks like a flying saucer is the way I, like, look at the Hall of Doom. It's not, like, it's a giant circumference of different layers. Where the Watchtower has layers, but it's very wide. There's a lot of... The wings seem bigger in the Watchtower. I don't know if this will count.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Welcome to Mystics MMOs, and thank you for subscribing. This is my favorite game, man. Glad to see people still streaming it. Absolutely. I'm going to cancel this out and hit this up. They got, dude, I don't know if you've seen it, Goofy, but that Atlantis DLC is pretty awesome. Like, they got swimming now, which is amazing. Unfortunately, though, we have, like, the same quest stuff, the same dailies and stuff. And I was like, why? 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 You gave us this awesome DLC, and I have all this awesome land, and you're forcing me to play the same type of gameplay. Like, I want to feel like, you know, like I get to meet the Atlanteans and stuff. Damn it. It's gonna reset. Flip. I'm going back down, Mom. Yes, dive down there. Get involved. Start attacking the shit out of this thing. Poor dude. Poor me. Did they stop doing emblems? I don't know if they have emblems this update. I don't know. You can earn the old ones. I know that. But the thing about it is, it's like, there's just like, it's just like, wow. I mean, cool. You just gave me this big, giant flipping area. And I have nothing to do except the same weekly quests and stuff that I do every DLC. It's like, why? Why? It's not the content that people quit. It's not. There's no... I didn't leave DC because, oh my god, the game sucked. The gameplay is actually some of the best gameplay I've played to date. That's not why I leave this game. It's not. I'm not going to lie. It's not why I leave DC. It's because I have no aspect to the environment. Got any other characters? Yeah, I mainly play villain. I'm just on my hero. Come on. For me, I get to look at the Atlanteans with the whole armor I bought the summer. Oh, nice. It reset. Damn it. Damn it, Jim. You need like quite a bit of people down in this bitch doing this boss. And that's one thing I like. I like this boss. Don't think they forgot it was intentional. Yeah. The funny thing about it is, like I said, the game's got plenty of potential content. That's not the problem with this game. It's not. That's not the problem with DC. It's not the combat. It's not the performance. It's not... PvP just needs a little TLC. That's it. Just a little bit. Nothing major. Just a little bit of TLC and it'd be fine. It'd be great. This game's made for PvP. It's just one or two minor things and you'd be good, back to go. Same, I got to 210 Earth DPS villain with skimming. Nice. See, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel the game is great. It's great. It's amazing. There's not too many superhero MMOs out here, and this game does it well. It does. I mean, it has the classic characters you're accustomed to. It has the voice actors from the animes. It has great visual, aspect to the comic genre. The problem of it is when I come in here, I don't get to go in the Titan Tower. They're like, I'm trying to become a Titan, but I'm never in the Titan Tower. Nor am I interacting with the Titans other than taking the daily, turning it in. They could have added 10 different types of ads, including fighting marine life. How cool would it be to take a group of Kraken? See, right, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. I'm not ragging on what they've done. It's amazing. It's amazing. Then 178 Quantum, nice. Troll, I love Quantum Troll. Yeah, Quantum DPS is really good too. I'm just so excited about Aqualad's gear. Yeah, no, it's badass. This game used to be so popular. It's still being played by thousands of players. So people think it's dead, and I'm like, no. 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 Somebody's like, people are still playing this game? I'm like, yeah, it is. Absolutely. Absolutely. The game is very, very good. The problem of it is like, once again, I'm on Titan Island. I'll pick up these quests. I'll do these little quests. Then what do I got to do? Nothing. I miss the LFG chat. That used to be the best chat to find people for alerts, raids, duos. Still is. Still is, because if you're trying to get your top end gear, you really do want to be in that chat. You can still pug, you know, but you're always going to miss something. I really wish they would have went to 5-mans than 4, because sometimes I feel the sucky aspect of the game is like, if you don't have 2 DPS, like say if I go 1 tank, 1 healer, 2 DPS, now we're missing a troll for debuffing. Debuffing is most important so the fight goes faster, right? But then you're down to DPS. If you go without a healer, then you can die. The tank can take too much aggro and die. If you go without a tank, which you can do that, then you're taking a lot of damage and put a lot of strain on your healer. It's like you can't win for lose. Like they should have made it a 5-man content during alerts. Alerts should have been 5-man, and then keep the 8-man to the raids. The 8-man raids are fine, but they should have went 5-man on alerts. They should have. And they could have actually went 10 on raids if they wanted to amp it. They could have went 10 on raids and 5 on alerts. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and tank this because we have a healer. Not that I want to. I'm not made for tanking per se, but hey, man. Sure.
I'm not waiting anymore. They've got Corey and the rest of the Titans hooked up.
We got a troll and we have a healer. I would have liked to see another troll, but mermaids, mermen, black mantis cards could have added a spot. So yeah, there was a lot of potential. And they're given a very limited amount of time to come out for each DLC. So I do understand the time restraint they have. But I'm in Atlantis. The LFG chat is disabled for Xbox. Oh, no way. Really? Oh, that sucks. I want more operations. Thank you. Right. Solo content's good. Duos are good. Like, everything's good, except I just want zone experience. Okay. Block it. God. Healer's doing such a good job. Good sheep. CR210 with 68 SP. Yeah. SPs can be overrated. It has a diminishing return. SP's good, but, you know. Gear's way more important. I remember when weapon specialization, your rotation made more of a difference. Got to keep this down. Lets my healing take off a lot better. Shit. Yeah, that'd be badass. That would be, actually. Oh, shit. You about to go? Go where? My Sork is called Crocodile, Piranha? Trying to... Is it Piranha, you mean? Block. Oh, and I'm using Elemental Ring instead of Pulsar. Sounds good. That's a good one. It is good. Woof. Whoa, that was a lot of damage on me. Damn it. Look is badass. Two deaths. It's not easy being a tank. Damn it. What is going on? At least they know how to res me. You know, I take aggro again as soon as I res, right? Come on, guys. We got through it. Do not abandon me. This build will utilize new shield system. Oh, got you. They have done so less marketing for this game. I'm assuming they just decided to invest all their money on creating new content rather than promoting the game. Yeah. Do you think DC needs to go back to the trilogy DLCs like before, or it depends on the story? Because they could do a 3-part Crisis on Infinite Earth or Flashpoints leading up to the New 52. They can put that in and leave the old content in place, so they don't have to reboot anything, I would say. So that's one good aspect to this game. You can keep everything intact without rebooting the entire game. Like, I agree with Jack. Marketing needs to be established. That's one of the things hurting the game, is the cross marketing. It needs to be established between Warner Brothers and DC. Not on Warner Brothers' part per se, but for new players coming in, to give them an aspect of working on morphing neurotic orb. Got you. You leaving now? No, I'm not. Or they could do a Rebirth storyline, or Nightfall, or Kingdom Come, or stories like Doomsday Clock and the Watchmen. I want Watchmen. I've always wanted Watchmen. I've always wanted Watchmen in place in here. I felt like Watchmen would have been a great zone, a great addition to the game. Honestly. I mean, honestly, I felt like that was one of those things they could have implemented, and it would have done really well. It could still do well. That's the funny thing, is like they're not excluded to what they can potentially do. Excuse me. They have a lot of potential. They have a lot of content to draw from, and they can put their own little twerks to it. The problem of it is, at the end of the day, how are they doing it? No, not yet. About I got like one more content to do. I was waiting for somebody to jump on. Are you still there, bro? Real? I don't know if Real's still here. He was gonna jump on and do a 4-man with me, I think, an alert. Like, there's a lot of potential, is what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, there's a lot of ways to approach the game. The game's far from dead. The problem of it is players are bumping into the same content with each DLC. It's a new atmosphere, same content. It's like, they need to generate more awareness. Most of my friends don't even know about this game. Right. And it's funny because it's available on all platforms. You'd think they would do a referral program too. You get like one or two or three of your friends to join, and you get like a free month's membership or something. Like, a referral program would go far in a game like this, because it would generate, but it would have to be paying customers. They have no excuse for a Flashpoint storyline now that they have Atlantis. Well, the funny thing about it is Barry Allen's always screwing with timeline. He's always screwing with the timeline. So there's you can always do things, but remember, Flashpoint's done. Remember that. I told you that, Jeffrey. Flashpoint's done in this game. We've already had Flashpoint. We've already had Flashpoint. Flashpoint has been already established. So let me show you. Alright, so let me switch my character and I'll go to my main. Let me show you what I mean. If you go down to the one thing, we've already had Flashpoint. Now, you got to think about the storyline and the arc of what's happened. And that's the funny thing, because a lot of players get confused in this alternate reality. This is an alternate reality because of Lex Luthor's going back in the timeline, because he killed Superman, right? He killed Superman. Brainiac invaded. Everything got fucked, right? But Dr. Zoom or Professor Zoom, I think they're going to do an underwater Gotham with the DC Metal storyline. They could go any direction. So, but we already have Flashpoint. So if people are like, well, do they have Flashpoint? Yes, but not in the traditional sense in what you would actually... Flashpoint set, along with Luthor, set the Paradox event in motion. Okay? So that's kind of what happened. So let me see if I can find Central City. Oh, I can actually just go to my house. Derp. Okay, let me do it that way. That's probably the easiest way to do it. What happened was the Council of Luthor, right? During the Council of the Councils and the Paradox Wave. The Paradox, Luthor used the Paradox Wave, right, to establish the Council. So that was during Flashpoint, like during the lightning strikes. So all of that's happened. That's what I'm trying to tell you. We've already had Flashpoint. Why is not my teleporter not working right? Hold on. Wobble, 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 wobble. Probably because my generator's dead. Okay. Making sure everything's up. Okay. So, when we go to urgent war fronts, we have should be just Central City, I want to say. Not DLC 2. Maybe. Let me go. But anyways, during Central City, the reverse, if you played Villain Side, you got to see Professor Zoom. Thanks for showing us this, because I forgot the whole storyline. Right. It's alternative. So we're not canon, but we've already had Flashpoint. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. This is Flashpoint. Okay? We're right here. This, see the dark skies and stuff hanging over Central City? And now we have Professor Zoom instead of the Flash. Right? As the trophy I wanted to say. Because I think this is now Professor Zoom now. Because we've had Flashpoint. It's created the Paradox event. You have all of this. See, here's Zoom. So if you're a villain, you come in here. This is the flashpoint. Yeah, it's DLC 2. This is Flashpoint. You're a speedster in this zone. Much like Atlantis that you're swimming, you become a speedster. Typically, I have flight. But right here, I become a speedster. Because we have the paradox event. No, you're right. No, you're right. This is it. This is it. This is the whole paradox due to the flashpoint. So we already had flashpoint. Like the cosmic treadmill and stuff. Oh shit, I never noticed that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're like, they should put flashpoint. No, we have flashpoint. We have it. This is flashpoint. Everybody's become speedsters due to the rip in the Speed Force. So all of this has taken place. All of it. It's an alternative version due to Lex Luthor's tampering, though, with the alternate timeline. So we already had Flashpoint. And I think I still need a couple events. And this is where you get, you know, the like the alternative reverse flash gear. Reverse gear. Yeah, that's where it all comes from. Yep. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. They can't put Flashpoint. You can break off from Flashpoint over and over. That set up the whole paradox event. And then the quantum stuff. It all ties in together. It's like all of it. It also set the Themysciran War. Yeah, I'm sure this is it. This is like the whole setup. This is the whole shebang. That's not right, man. You sure? Because this is the reverse flash. This is like the paradox event. Everything changed with Lex Luthor. Remember? Lex Luthor went back, killed Superman. Right? And Batman, it said in future Batman coming in. Murkmire polished my Shadow Lord build by making Path of Darkness a supportability. Yeah, it's not bad. It's good. Everything's changed from the storyline. But Reverse Flash, all of this, the Cosmic Treadmill, the Rogues, all of this has to do with that whole part of like Flashpoint. Because Central City doesn't go through all this without the paradox event. The only thing that spawns the paradox event like this was Flashpoint. Nothing else tampered with the timeline. They have alternate timelines, right? But nothing in the Flash had spawned the paradox crisis except Flashpoint. Because the paradox crisis was set by Flashpoint. It was created by Flashpoint. And that's why you have all of these ripples in times. That's why you got Paradox Reapers everywhere. This was the second DLC ever. This was like, besides Last Laugh, this was the next DLC. That's what I'm trying to say, man. That's what I keep trying to say, man. Like, we've already have it. Here's the Paradox Reapers. These are the rips in times that you're trying to fix. You're trying to fix all this. Yeah, I can check it. Hold on. It'll say something like paradox something with it. But yeah, let me go ahead in the marketplace. But if you look up the comics, everything except for the paradox event is set by Flashpoint. Typically, I'd have to take a look at the issues. Bundles. Episode 1 preview. It just says new multiplayer and solo adventures, more skill points, collectibles, high level gear not found. Get all 5 great episodes. Doesn't give a description. Yep. We don't get a description on it. But it's lightning strikes. So that's the DLC. Because when you go under feats, you go to lightning strikes. Lightning strikes. These are the ones. Defeat 100 Paradox Reapers in Central City. Complete the massive Speed Force Rupture event. The Speed Force Rupture. Seal both types of massive Speed Force Ruptures. Then you have the Titans. You got to take down the Titans. The alternate Titans. And then there's ones that are in the next one after this. Complete 50 Lightning Strike bounties. Defeat Abracadabra. This is all like the treadmill stuff. Complete the Cosmic Treadmill flashback under 7 minutes. Activate. Not a lot, but yeah. It should explain everything that's happened. It doesn't, though. It doesn't. But the ruptures were caused by Barry Allen opening up another timeline. No, I already did that. It's like whatever. Let me see. It says bundles and episodes. Remember, they're tripled up. Right here, episode 1. This is Lightning Strikes with Barry Allen right here. To begin this content, your character must be level 30. Episode pack contains DCUO episodes 1 through 5 and features hours of new. It doesn't give anything for the storyline. Nothing. I think you can talk to Reverse.
Ah, yes. Another specimen. Oh, you're not one of the infected. Nonetheless, I think we can come to a mutually beneficial...
But these are the Paradox Reapers.
These Paradox Reapers, for lack of a better term,
step through the teleporter or we open fire.
Through those ruptures. This is the perfect opportunity.
And then right here you have locate rifts. Then you have bounty. This is the Titans bounty. But yeah, and it doesn't follow traditional. That's the pack. Find the lightning strike. Yeah, they're grouped up. That's what I'm saying, Jack. I'm in the marketplace. I am in the marketplace. Bundles and features. See? This is it. Episode pack 1. That's it. Then there's episode 2. And then you also got to think like you get to meet the old Flash during the Gorilla Grodd episode. Our quest line. See? It's in episode 1. See? Those Clockwork City celebration event. Yeah, it'll be nice. See? There's no individual one. Oh, right there. There's the last laugh. Battle for Earth. You're right. There's the lightning strike. You're right. So, to play this content, your character must be level 30 and have a minimum. Battle through high-level open-world solo and group missions in the new shared Central City map. Explore the origin of the Flash and take on his rogues in 2-player flashback duo and earn new Black Lightning and Zoom-inspired gear sets for heroes and villains. Lightning Strike also includes new feats and collections. That's it. Doesn't go down any further. See? I don't get any member awards. Yeah. You'd have... For what, the new DLC? See, it doesn't go any further, but you're right, it was down there. But it doesn't give any detail. Now, if you look up Paradox Event, the Flash, hold on. 1 second, it froze. So let me look that up. You'll see Flashpoint. Anytime you type in Paradox Event, Flashpoint comes up. Even in the comics. It doesn't explain. They never do. Yeah. It doesn't explain it. You have to know it. You have to know the comics. In the live stream they did when the episode came out. Yeah. You can. But like, just type in Paradox Event in Google. Type in the Flash Paradox Event. Because the only time the Paradox Event, or the Rupture as they call it, happened was after the Flashpoint. That was the only time that the Central City got a large spike in a Paradox Event, where Reapers were flooding the area. That was during Flashpoint. So that's what I'm trying to say. All of these Paradox Ruptures in the comics happened because of Flashpoint. And people were starting to become speedsters. That's what I'm trying to say. Like the darkened sky and everything, that's all in the comic books after the Paradox Event. Could they make some villain open world mission for the hero side as a mission for new DLCs? Like me, I never played the villain side story open world. Like we never fight Parasite in the game. Oh, I don't know. It's possible. I mean, the thing about it is, though, everything's skewed from the original timeline because of Lex Luthor. Like, nothing is set like the way it is. That's why they always have the twist in this game. Nothing's canon. Nothing is said canon. And I like the fact that they do it that way. Because they got together, during future Batman coming back. Trying to stop Lex Luthor. Right? That and Brainiac invading and him going to the Fortress of Solitude and stuff. None of that happened in the comics. None of that. Zero. None of it happened. But what they did was they set a canon reset. They used the incident as a canon reset. Right? To introduce the events that we knew happened with a twist. Right? That's like the Judas contract. Judas contract, we have Brother Blood involved. But now in this one, we have Hive involved in the Judas contract as well. But Brother Blood's nowhere to be found. You know what I'm saying? So we have different alternatives that's occurred due to the timeline being disrupted by Lex Luthor initially. Right? Going back in the past, introducing the Exobites, and then Barry Allen and the Rogues, and all of this stuff. All of this has like whatever. So then we got the Paradox Event, right? And then the Paradox Event, we had the Infinite Crisis, right? And we have that DLC, which is another Flash episode in the comics. So we have Infinite Crisis, which is typically a Flash. So when we go to bundles, I want to say we have Infinite Crisis. Right? Trying to think. I like some of these bundles. We have Origin Crisis. That was cool. Then we have an Infinite one too. Battle for Earth. That was cool. Nope, that's it. Our only PvP DLC. So bad. Hand of Fate was good too. Sons of Trigon, really good. Origin Crisis was big. This was a big DLC. This gave everything beside that happened with Lex Luthor trying to go into the, what was that? He went into the Nexus, right? So he went to the Nexus of Reality, which also ruptured the timeline with the Speed Force, right? Because the Speed Force is connected to the Nexus of Reality. And that gave to the Paradox Reapers. Then the Paradox Wave and all of that stuff. Because he had to access, he had to use Brainiac to access the Nexus of Reality. We also need more open world bounties and missions and walk-ins. Yeah, the storyline in this is not, it's so different because of Lex Luthor, what he did. But he used all of the events and knowing how the events were going to happen to manipulate the time to his favor. That's what he's always done in this storyline. So Lex Luthor always usually comes back and has a twist to the story. He alternates something. And him using Brainiac to access the Nexus, like I think it was him using Brainiac to access the Nexus of Reality, which is connected to the Speed Force. So then we see evidence of that as well, and then of course Apocalypse coming in and all of these other events. But this is Central City. This is the Central City. This is what we have. We have 2 episodes of Central City. And in this one, in the other one, we have Paradox events as well. But this is during the first time that we see the Paradox Reapers and all of that stuff. So I'm not saying you're wrong, Jack. I'm saying like the alternate timeline is what caused, typically in the comic books, the Paradox event is spawned from the Flashpoint. Typically. So Lightning Strikes was, you know, the whole thing with, the cosmic treadmill and everything. Because remember, also, Zoom was trying to go back at one time to, like, he couldn't stop Barry Allen becoming the Flash. Because he needs Barry Allen to become the Flash so he can become Reverse Flash. So, Eobard Thawne will always be, and it was kind of weird because he was also Professor Zoom, right? And then they, the show separated Professor Zoom and Reverse Flash and made them 2 different aspects of the same thing. So, which was cool how they did it. But typically Professor Zoom was Reverse Flash from my accounts. So, it's weird how that all happens too. But he needs Barry Allen. Barry Allen's what's inspired him to become the Speedster. Right? So, yeah, everything is just so confusing. It is. And it's different. It's just different because of Lex Luthor. That's what I'm saying. Lex Luthor, they could go around the canon, right? And they did that. So, like, when I first stepped into Central City, which I thought was cool, don't get me wrong, I thought it was badass that they did it. Like, and you saw the Paradox Reapers, you kind of knew right from the rip, like, oh my God, here's the Paradox Reapers. The sky is dark. The fucking portals are open. This is where Barry Allen tried to fuck up and try to create Flashpoint. But it has a different effect. And it would because Lex Luthor screwed the timeline initially before Barry fucked the timeline up. So Lex Luthor screwed the timeline up in this universe because of Brainiac. Because he killed Superman. Remember, Superman doesn't die in this timeline. There's multiverses, and that's what Brainiac keeps referring to in this game. The multiverse, right? He's not worried about just taking over the Earth. He wants to take over the multiverse, and he wants to unify with the nexus of reality. And he needs the Themyscira flame of change, right, to manipulate the nexus. So that's why you're in Themyscira with Brainiac, to get the flame of change, or prevent him from unifying with the flame of change. Well, then everything ends up working in whatever, and Batman and Lex Luthor, well, Lex Luthor creates the Council of Luthor, and in response to that, Batman creates the Council of Batman, right, to counter Luthor's objective, because Luthor's going to hijack the nexus of reality, because Brainiac's been stopped. But things have already been set in motion, so the nexus is already, breached. So it's like, okay, Lex Luthor meets himself, and then that's when you go through the alternate timeline. So remember, Lex Luthor, you end up going back in time. You get to meet Bruce Wayne. You get to see his parents get killed, and Lex does what? He's like, now, Bruce, it's okay. I'll take care of you. And then in another timeline, right, Lexus becomes a good guy, and he's like, what is this? Why are my men helping, being civil servants to these people? And then he's friends with Superman. He's like, kill that Lex. Do me a favor and kill that Lex Luthor. So, that's that. In this game, you see that. That's from him trying to play with the timeline, trying to do all that. You even go back, right? Because you've gotten access to the Nexus after the paradox, after the whole thing of going in there. You got access to the Nexus. So then you also, right? You got to play. You got to go back in Superman's time and got to see him being shuttled off. And as a villain, you're trying to stop him, right? And Lex Luthor sabotages the capsule that Superman's in. So that's what I'm saying. There's different. The storyline is set that way. I would really like to see a DLC with the Council of Batman and their different Gothams. Right? There's you do get to see the alternate Earth, right? With this crime syndicate in this game. So, and that's in the anime as well, is the crime syndicate. So the crime syndicate is an alternate version of every one of the heroes. Ultraman is basically like Superman. And then you have Superwoman as supposed to be Wonder Woman. So it's still Donna. But Owlman is actually the alternative to Batman. And then Johnny Quick is the alternative to the Flash. So it's like that. The crime syndicate is another multiverse that exists because of the, anything that can happen will happen in quantum physics, right? And for every time you can change something in a timeline, you create a parallel universe by the laws of quantum physics, right? So quantum physics dictates that if one event happens in one place, that the exact opposite would happen in another multiverse, and then the exact opposite would happen in another multiverse, and in another Earth, another form of Earth, and another form of Earth, until you have an infinite, that's the infinity crisis, an infinite number of potential scenarios that could happen. So, because every variable has happened in the multiverse. So that has to deal with quantum physics. And then we see quirks and stuff like that. And that's why we ended up getting quantum. You mean Diana, right. Yeah, that's what I meant. Donna, not Donna. Diana. Thank you, Jack. Yeah, Diana in the crime syndicate. So we see that. DCUO brings the stories that we're used to in the comics and in whatever, but they get to put their little twist to it, right? Because of friggin' Lex Luthor. Everything that Lex Luthor did changed canon in this game. And that's why I play this game. Because it's still the story that I know, it just has a twist. So when anybody asks about Flashpoint, I'm like, Flashpoint's done. We already had Flashpoint. We already got to see the origins of Barry Allen. We got to see the Cosmic Treadmill. We got to see the Paradox rip happen. And someone's like, well, how? And I'm like, because up until Flashpoint, there were no Paradox Reapers running amok. It was literally during Flashpoint that Paradox Reapers were running wild in Central City. And that's what we see in the game. So I'm like, in the comics, that's when Paradox Reapers were running around everywhere. Right? Like literally unchecked. People were starting to get super speeds. Random people just getting infected with Speed Force type crazy shit. So, and that's what we see. And that's what you're seeing when you go into Central City. That's why when you have flight, all of a sudden you go in there and you're lit up with lightning form. And they're talking about infected people. And you see the sky all darkened and shit. Because you've been exposed to the Speed Force. The ruptured Speed Force. You used to be able to talk to this dude too. See, I'm running around. I have flight, but for some reason I was turned into a speedster. See? And there's stupid Reverse Flash. But actually, when you look at him, it'll say Dr. Zoom. Whoa! But there he is. There you go, Jeffrey. Now you know where to find. You got to be a villain to see him. I think Hero, you see the Flash. Flash has his version of this story, of course. Oh, blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And Zoom's like, and then all these people love Zoom. Look.
Why should Flash get all the glory? Come buy your Professor Zoom-inspired gear here. Each crate contains its own unique Zoom-inspired gear.
Zoom-inspired gear. Yo, Mystic, you going to be playing Red Dead 2? I don't know, man. It's questionable. Not saying I won't, but look, yeah. That's why. And that's why I tell people. People, like, don't really understand, man. This game's actually kind of cool as fuck. See, and then you're fucking trying to gather up all these Reapers. See? You're like, shit, I gotta do something with this Reaper. What the hell am I gonna do with this thing? And they're collecting the Reapers over here. I'm taking you somewhere. Shut the fuck up, you stupid Reaper. And then there's also like Paradox, all sorts of crazy shit in this. That's why I said, man, it's here.
When I am free, you will pay with your life.
I will pay you with my life. See? And then you're capping these stupid Paradox Reapers running amok. See? I'm telling you, man. It's all here. Yeah, you could do a what's up, Rosalind? See? You got it. You got a bunch of little Paradox little bastards.
You will pay with your life.
Like, I was here during this whole thing, too. I was like, this is badass. It was so hard, too, actually, at first. You're like, little fuckers. Just like we already got the Darkness Night storyline. Right. But it was slightly different, wasn't it? It always is. Always is. Remember, canon's been changed. And they can do it because Lex. It doesn't have to be canon. It never has to be canon. It can have its twist. Because the stupid Lex Luthor. And then you can blame Barry Allen, too.
Where do you think you are taking me?
Can you fight Flash here? I don't know. I forget. There's the Titans running around, being all like whatever, and you're trying to stop the fucking Titans. Titans got involved somehow in this storyline. I forget exactly how the Titans ended up coming into play, but then all of a sudden, this is where you first saw the Titans. So before Titans or the Judas Contract, right, and then of course you have like a couple of ones in Metropolis or something. But this is where you actually bumped into a couple of the Titans first time. You're like, oh great, well, what the hell? And you got to hunt down the Titans. So, because there's Titan bounties, or actually you pick up the bounties, and I think you still go to the open world and then do them. So I know you fight Flash in Gotham. Flash is in Gotham in open world. But I think you pick up the quest here, and then you go to Metropolis, I want to say, and find the Titans. Because you pick it up here. The Titans, I don't know if they're here. I forget that. But you just pick up Titan bounties here, right? Then you go to the open world, because it was in conjunction. So you'd be like, oh, hey, man, I got a Titan bounty. Okay, I know where fucking little Flash little asshole's at. You know. Kid Flash. I know where Kid Flash is. And people would run around in Metropolis hunting down Kid Flash. No, we first seen the Titans in the episode where we saved them from right. Well, that was base game. That wasn't a DLC. That was base game, yeah. But what I'm saying is, like, you actually saw them like a part of a DLC. You got the bounty mission. So you got the bounty mission from the board in here to go to open world. So you do that. But you're right. Trigon, you would see Raven and the Titans being capped. Right. And that's base game. Right. So technically, you're absolutely right. You see the Titans first time in Trigon. First DLC introduction was this one with the bounty missions. So the bounty missions, you pick up the bounty missions, then you go to Metropolis, I want to say, right? Is where you find like most of the Titans, like I think Kid Flash, except Nightwing. I think Nightwing is in Gotham still. So I want to say that you could still find it. I'll have to look it up. God dang it, now I'm going to have to look that up. So, hold on. Now I'm all wanting to find out about the that. Okay. Hold on. Professor Zooms in Central City. Abracadabras in Central City. Heat waves in Central City. Pipers in Central City. Tricksters in Central City. Captain America. Boomerang, Central City. Captain Cold, Central City. Weather Wizard, Doctor. Bounties for villains. Okay. Kid Flash is in Central City running around. So is Donna Troy. Little crazy Titans. Cyborg's in here. Starfire's in here. Raven's in here. No. You pick it up in here and you go, okay. So you pick it up in here and you go, Kid Flash is in Metropolis. Donna Troy's in Metropolis. Cyborg's in Metropolis. Starfire's in Metropolis. Raven is in Gotham. Static is in Gotham. Nightwing is in Gotham. And, of course, the Flash is in Central City with Reverse Flash. Okay, so there you have it. So yeah, Flash is in here.
Where do you think you are taking me?
Right, and you got Flash in here as a villain. Right. He's flying around somewhere. I don't know where he's at. No, I mean Captain Boomerang. So, it's my bad. I was just like, Captain America? No, it's Captain Boomerang. But yeah, so I mean we have the whole thing with the timeline and everything. See, and they talk. He'll even say something about the timeline.
When I am free, you will pay with your life.
You will pay with your life. But there you guys have it. Yeah. This is all to the Barry fucking Allen's fault. Nothing spawned this entire disaster of people running around crazy and Paradox Reapers except Barry flipping Allen. See, Barry Allen's not a good guy. He's a bad guy. He got selfish, wanted his mommy back, and then all of a sudden, this shit pops off. They could add Coast City and Ferris Aircraft. Oh yeah, we have Ferris Aircraft, but it's in a duo. But we have Ferris Aircraft. You also have that. They lined the game with like crackers. We get tons of crackers right here. Ferris Aircraft. Yeah, I've seen Captain America in Metropolis all the time. Captain Boomerang, yeah. But yeah. Yeah, there's Ferris Aircraft. We have Stars Lab. We have it's here. They're just spread out like crackers. It's just crackers, man. So if you follow the comic books, you kind of understand the reference. So they leave cookie crumbs, right? It kind of all runs back to Lex Luthor. It all is coming back to that event. So, like you beat him in a raid or something, and the top player is shown to deliver the killing blow, like cut Trigon's head off or something, right? Yeah, but Trigon's always in prison because no one can kill him. What do you think of a big swamp zone with Legion of Doom base near it and a Swamp Thing DLC? Well, the problem of it is, as much as I would enjoy it, I don't think they'll ever do it. Because this is like, we're in the Hall of Doom, but we've never been given its location. Though the Watchtower knows. Well, technically, you're right. This is supposed to be in a swamp. And this looks way different than the typical Hall of Doom that we're accustomed to seeing. I would love to kill Trigon and save Raven. I feel bad for her. Are you kidding me? I'm a villain. I'm a villain. Oh, Raven's a betrayer. She's a demon. She's fighting her own purpose. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Anyways, man. Yeah, I'm about to cut this and whatever. But yeah. So, yeah, we have lightning strikes. And we have the Paradox Reapers and we have all that. So there are a lot of things that the devs have already done that's indicating. Yeah, I wish you could. There are a lot of things in here that they've already indicated and kind of gotten around. I wish we could go to City Zone to Zone like in a GTA 5. Oh, that's not too bad of an idea. That's not a bad idea. There's potential. There always is. But there are a lot of really cool things about the game. The thing about it is, like, you know, what are you picking up on the cookies? You know, are you picking up on it? Look at this. Look at this. People say this game's dead. I don't flipping think so. Look at this. Oh, yeah. I'm playing a dead game. Oh, yeah. Yeah. This game's totally dead. None of these people are here, including people in zones. No. No. This is all figment of your imagination, folks. Nobody plays this game anymore. Nobody. No. Nope. This is all fake. This is all so fake. Oh my god. It is crazy. It gets nuts on weekends, man. I'm telling you. My favorite Titan is Crow, and his goal is kill Trigon. The Australian map is a big map for PvE map. Yeah, there's like I said, this game it's a cool game. It's fun. There's a lot of really cool aspects to this game. Really, there is. So I would tell anybody, hey, try it out. It's free. You can get up to like CR60 for free. You know? Hell, my dude here's 211. It's a fun game. I mean, it kind of gets whatever. Dude has like this ninja look on. I like seeing how some people decide to do their costumes. He's got a bandana with a bat thing on. How in the hell did that happen, man? What? Robin tries to stop Crow. Does he? Which Robin? There's been a couple of Robins. The new one? Damon? Or is it old school Dick? Everybody likes Dick. Oh, fan made? Got you. So this is what I like. This is what I like to see right here. Look at that waist. It's got that pants and that waist comes on. Some people get really cool with their designs. They go all out. I hate the Kryptonian wing with the material, though. It's kind of a little... Oof. He is like Raven. Oh, is he? But there you have it, man. Look. Look. Corrupted loyalty. There's a game. The corrupted royalty. There's a league in the house. Telling you, man. This game's not dead. It's not. It's not even close. Stop. No, the game's dead. Yeah, totally. This game is so dead. Alright, man. Anyways, I'm going to cut the stream. I got to get going. I do want to thank everybody for watching. At least we reminisced a little bit, right? How the DLCs fell into place, right? So we did have Lightning Strikes, and we had the bundle pack with Last Laugh and all that. And we have the Paradox Reapers. And like I said, the Paradox Reapers in the comic books occur after Flashpoint, or during Flashpoint. That's when we see the whole shit go haywire in Central City. Prior to that, it's Barry Allen fighting the Rogues. He joins the Justice League. He does all this stuff. When we start seeing Paradox Reapers, is Flashpoint. Shit starts getting crazy, right? That's when we see all these crazy things happen after Flashpoint. Or during Flashpoint. So there you guys have it. And then Zoom, his whole thing like, shit, you done fucked everything up. But then it alters the timeline again, where he resets it, but shit gets kind of like still a little screwed up, but at least it's somewhat normal. And then Barry Allen realizes a timeline, once it's been reset, it can never be completely turned back the way it originally was, because something has happened. And it will always leave that's when he learns all that shit. By fucking with time. Alright, so. Alright, guys. I'm going to let y'all go. Once again, thank you very much. I'm Mystic Raven. This is Mystic's MMOs. And as always, thank you. And have a nice day.